Hi, I'm Katie at Canyon Ranch, Lenox, Massachusetts, and I'm here to show you an excellent side dish that's healthy and goes with just about anything I can think of. It also goes really well with our salmon with blueberry mango salsa, also on How To Heroes. We're going to start, first of all, by checking the temperature of our pan, and we're going to use a little bit of water to test the temperature of our pan. Now that is a very, very hot pan. What we don't want to do is we don't want to have our pan be too hot so that our shallots don't burn. One of the things that I'm using in order to make this dish work well is a rounded bottom pan so as not to have your shallots stick in any of the corners. Now, as soon as we know that our pan is nice and hot, we're going to go ahead and give it a couple of sprays with our olive oil. And again, we're using plant sprayers for our olive oil and for our canola oil. It helps hold back on the amount of oil that you'll use in general. Now, we want those shallots to do a little bit of sauteing. And in the meantime, while those are doing that, it's not a bad idea to get your liquids ready to go for your recipe. If you need to add them all together in one shot, then it's not a bad idea to have them all together. So I'm going to go ahead and add my pomegranate juice right into the water and have that ready to go. I also have our couscous measured. This recipe does not take very long, so the beginnings of it happen rather quickly. So what I did here is just add a little bit of the salt and pepper, the one that's listed in the recipe, to the couscous because they all get added at the same time. So once your shallots have sauteed just a bit and you're looking for some translucency, meaning that you can see some softness and you can start to see through the shallots, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and add in our pomegranate juice and water. And we're going to let that come up to a boil. So while we're waiting for that to come up to a boil, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and get your mint ready for the end. And what we're going to do is called a chiffonade. So we're going to take one of the leaves of our mint, one of the larger leaves, and save the stem that's attached to this so you can help you with holding on to this. We're going to go ahead and put the inside bit of mint on top of the outer leaf and roll this up nice and tight. So we're going to go ahead and just simply slice this. Now you're going to want them a little bit on the smaller side. This is to permeate the flavor of your couscous. And chiffonade means ribbons, which is what that nice little cut gives you. Now in the meantime, our liquids have come to a boil, and what we need to do is add in our couscous and our salt and pepper. And in they go. Give this a good stir. It's not going to take very long before this comes right back up to a boil again, so I don't recommend walking away for too long for it. Give it just a quick second. You can see how fast it happens. Next thing we want to do, we're going to take it off of the heat and we're going to cover it up. And we're going to revisit this in about 10 minutes. Okay, so now that you've waited your 10 minutes, you can take the cover off of your couscous. I'm going to go ahead and give that a nice fluff with a fork. And the very last thing that we always do, especially when you're working with fresh herbs, is to add the herbs at the very, very end. So that mint that we cut just a little bit earlier, we're going to go ahead and add that into our couscous. Looks really nice just for the nice green color as well. And this is ready to be served.